Okay, so hello people and welcome to the first episode of Trash Talk, your number one
Ireland's number one bi-weekly JoJo's Bizarre Adventure podcast, I hope.
Yep, hopefully. So this is the first episode. For those of you who don't know,
the first half of the first episode, because we're recording in a dumb way.
Yeah, it was your idea.
I know, yeah. I recognize that it's dumb, but it's also like I'm not going to be able to go 2 weeks between talking about JoJo. It's just not going to happen. I know myself.
So for those of you who don't know, this is a bi-weekly anime, mostly JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Hopefully all.
Podcast, because me and Reidy here, so I'm Kevin Smith and this is Sean Reidy. We do another podcast with a friend of ours, Christian, and we talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure a lot, the anime, and sometimes the manga, but not really. And Christian gets very, very annoyed very fast when we talk about this, so we decided to split it off.
Even though I spend so much time talking with him about Persona, and they're the same thing.
Oh, and Metal Gear.
Yeah,
well, Metal Gear's different.
Metal Gear's just overall J-drama.
Yeah.
It's a similar aesthetic, but it's not the same.
Yeah. So we'll basically just be talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, a recap of the episode.
Yeah.
So
Sheer Heart Attack, Part 2.
Yeah, so we're on episode 24, Sheer Heart Attack, Part 2.
This would, had David gone the annoying way and done what they did with Stardust and split it into 2 seasons, this would be the end of season 1. No question. No question. And it works.
Also because it's episode 24.
Yeah, especially because of that. And I'm A, really happy they didn't, and B, it would have worked way better than it did with Stardust.
What was Stardust ending? It was just
it was the fucking priestess fight. It's a bad fight to end on, you know? And then and they're in Egypt now, guys. Whereas I looked at what is left in the anime in the next 3 months. Just for those of you who don't know, Reidy has read ahead. He's read all of parts 4 and 5. Parts 4 and 5. And I've got about 90 left on part 6. 90 chapters. Yeah, and I am just following along with the anime. Yeah. I might eventually read the manga, but at the moment I'm reading I would say 5 and 6, I'd say stick to the anime at the very least. Okay. I've seen some people skip right ahead to part 7 because it doesn't spoil stuff. But part 7 is when they do the whole new universe thing, isn't it? Yeah. Wacky races. For all intents and purposes, part 6 is the end of JoJo. But then Araki was nah, fuck that. Well, it was written that way because they wanted Araki to end it. I mean, Araki was guys, this is the end of JoJo. Totally. Definitely. What do you mean? No, his name isn't Johnny Joestar. What are you talking about? Part 6 is the weakest stand part, I'd say. Maybe weaker than 1. I hear it ends really strongly. So I don't know. I'll see. But judging it right now, not too favorable. Anime might do some good things to it. I think anime is going to work wonders on part 5, and I definitely recommend waiting there. Yeah. But 7 maybe, because apparently there are big problems with adapting 7. Is there? Why? Yeah, because does anime have some problem with horses? Why animating them? Yeah. Yeah, well, if Shirobako, which is an anime about making anime, has taught me anything, then it's horses are hard to animate. Because like there's a scene at the start with like a lot of horses. I mean it's about a horse race, so it's also really long, and people think that apparently it can only be done in 3D. I don't I don't know about that. Maybe.
I don't like CG animated stuff.
I do when it's done well. Japan does not seem to have cracked that yet.
No, as in like Ruby. Ruby looks kind of weird. Ruby
isn't that Western though?
Yeah. For all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
Anime.
Yeah.
Like Ruby looks kind of weird. Berserk looks really weird. Like Berserk is.
I have not been watching it, but I have someone who posts screen caps of it every week, and wow,
it looks really bad.
Boy.
The story
looks awful.
Oh yeah, the story is getting better, but like the just animation is shite, like utter shite.
Yeah, I can see, especially when they try to put 2D in.
Oh yeah, there are just parts where that'll be 2D animated. Animated. Like there'll be there'll be like 3 or 4 each. There'll be a couple every episode, and it's just
it's
like why can't all of it be like this?
I got a lot of secondhand anime, and Berserk is the one I look the most forward to. Just wow, it gets worse and worse. It's truly amazing.
So,
but Sheer Heart Attack Part 2.
So diving into the actual episode, because we've been talking for 5 minutes and not the actual episode. So it starts off with Josuke and Okuyasu running towards
I think
Koichi.
It starts with the scene of Kira getting mugged, which I did not remember. I felt like that was new from the manga, but no, it wasn't. Which is weird, because I did not remember it at all.
I'm just reading. I've seen the episode, don't worry, but like I'm just reading the summary of the JoJo.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Okuyasu: he is played by the voice actor who plays like my favorite character in Hunter x Hunter, which is like my second favorite anime of all time.
Yeah. On the topic of voice actors, we'll get to Kira soon, because he's too good. He's too good. I will get to that. So, that opening scene, I'd forgotten it, and it's a good scene, you know. It tries to make you sympathize with, because Araki originally was going to take Kira in a more sympathetic route with the whole, especially with the whole new face.
How do you make a guy who like kills people, molests their hand, and like
there is some stuff with the new face stuff, like you see glimpses of it, and he did eventually decide, no, I won't do this, because like you can't redeem him, but you see elements of it in the new face stuff, and the new face stuff is probably some of my favorite stuff in JoJo so far.
They did something similar in Hunter x Hunter, the manga, recently, where like this guy has this power where you can change his face into someone's, and like hides in a crowd and like creates a panic. And
New Face isn't on, but like all of the Kira's New Face stuff is pretty fantastic. As I said before, I have looked at the rest of Diamond is Unbreakable just today, and there is one episode where I'm like, yeah, whatever, I don't care about that one, out of the 15. The rest is just gold, I think.
Yeah, actually, Crunchyroll tweeted earlier. You should be interested in this. They're giving away a copy of the OST. I don't know if it's like there's no details about like if it's international, but like I just did it anyway.
CDs aren't region locked.
I know, but like sometimes they just like don't ship it. They won't ship to outside North America. Some places.
Oh no. Speaking of soundtracks, great. Should we just leave talk about Great Days until after
What's
we talk
Great
about
Days?
the episode? The new OP.
I haven't seen it.
No, it isn't out. But like, I just want to talk about what I hope for from it.
Yeah, we'll leave that to that.
While attempting to not spoil it. Yeah. And
I think as a stand, Killer Queen is like really OP.
Yeah.
What you mean? Like,
yeah, I'm just.
As in, like, he seems to have like pretty like the only downside I'm seeing is like Killer Queen himself only has a 2-meter range.
Yeah, it's a pretty small range.
Yeah, but like he seems to be physically strong. He can turn anything into a bomb, and has a sub stand that could be its own stand.
Yeah. But like, he's a JoJo villain, his stand kind of has to be OP. He's like, if you compare him to Dio and the Part 5 villain, who I won't go into details, he is small fry, really. And you see, from what I know of the rest of Part 6, also there, I don't think it's a problem, because what Araki was going for in Part 4, for a lot of it, was that the idea that meant that with the whole thing he was going for with stands, and it doesn't show as much in Part 3 as it does in Part 4, is that physical strength does not matter, and mental strength is more important. Because he started off showing that with Lisa, and he was like, okay, why don't I do this with everyone? And he doesn't really do it in Part 3 at all, because everyone's still...
Like,
because it's still Macho Man art style.
Yeah, there are some stands that are like not physical.
Whereas Part 4 is pretty much all.
Yes. Yeah, like in like Endul and the yellow slime guy. Yeah, are the two that come to mind, but the rest seem to be just like macho. Yeah.
Yeah, and Part 4 gets away from that in a big way.
Yeah,
and it's great for that.
Yeah, I'd say Cinderella, Harvest.
Yeah, there is not a single just fight him stand in the rest of Part 4. I will say right now, I'm with confidence. I'm not 100%.
Okay,
but
I have a question. Are all the like main character stands like what's it called, Crazy Diamond and Star Platinum? Are they all like macho big guy designed? Okay.
Are you okay with spoilers on what Jornos does, or?
Yeah, sure.
Jornos just turns inanimate objects into living things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And Jolene's is just string.
String.
It's string. She's a string.
As in, like, is it razor sharp string?
No, she's like Spider-Man. It's like Spider-Man, but it comes out of her finger. It's cool.
Yeah, because that sounds. Okay, I'm seeing some One Piece correlations here. One Piece probably ripped it off because like there's an OP One Piece villain that uses like strings as his power.
Yeah.
And they're getting to a bit now where like this other villain's power is she can take someone's soul and put it into inanimate objects.
Yeah. So
everything is JoJo.
Yep. Back to the episode though. Act 3's not really utilized well at all for the rest of the series, and it kind of annoys me. Because
Act 3 looks like he could be really interesting. If
he could be, and it doesn't really translate, but his power is that he can do anything as long as it can be made out of the spelling of out of the Japanese spelling for 3. But the only thing he ever does is 3 freeze. Which is kind of really annoying, because you can do more with that Araki, but you don't. I guess
is Koichi in the middle school? Because at the start I thought he was.
No, he's first year in the.
Yeah, but like that's what I thought too. But like he has the same uniform as Shigechi, who's in the middle school.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. They're both green.
No, it's just that Josuke and Okuyasu aren't wearing the proper uniform.
Oh.
Yeah.
I also before I started part 4, I really liked Josuke's design, but then I realized that like the thing in the middle of Josuke's like chest was just like his thing
vest.
opened. Was like his thing opened and then a vest inside.
Yeah.
I really don't like that.
No, I always, when I remember that it's like that, it's like, oh well.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Don't worry, Giorno fixed that. He doesn't even. Giorno fixes that. He doesn't even wear a vest.
and I'm not a huge fan of like Okuyasu's like currencies.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with them. They
never address it.
No, the one cool thing is that Okuyasu says billion and Kaicho says trillion. That's all I remember. That's cool. I like that. That's good. They match. But yeah, this is maybe my favorite episode so far.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
This or last week's?
No, this or 2 weeks ago.
What was 2 weeks ago?
Quiet Life Part 2.
Which was?
Shigechi. Dying.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Was Shigechi not last week?
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
Alright.
You had... Because that ended on the start of Sheer Heart Attack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because... And it really has it all. It has the best JoJo moment in the series.
What are you talking about?
The fucking break... Too bad I'm going to break it. That part. And I was just like, will they play the theme? Will they play the theme? And then they played the theme. And it was great.
They don't use the theme a whole lot.
No.
Which is disappointing because it's good.
Yeah, but like it's the Stardust Crusaders theme, so there's not much reason to use it. And then they did use it because there was a reason to use it, and it worked, and it was perfection.
Wait, Josuke or Jotaro?
JoJo.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I thought you were talking about Josuke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. I thought that part was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, what was it? He was like, your watch is ugly. I'm gonna make it so you can't.
That's way better in the fan translation though, because it's like more to the point. He doesn't repeat himself. It's like, it's just too bad I'm going to break it. Your face, that is, as opposed to, by which I mean your face, which is just a more roundabout way. I keep getting annoyed. Like, now that it's in parts that I've read the manga for, it's like I keep getting annoyed by like minor fuck-ups by Crunchyroll, and it's like, come on guys. But even though I read fan translations, so it's not even fuck-ups, it's probably being more accurate.
Yeah, how are you watching this on Crunchyroll? Do you have a premium?
No? Yeah, totally. Okay, every trash site rips the Crunchyroll subs. Yeah. I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, I would subscribe, but I only watch one show. So
that's what I was thinking. I was like, did he really get like?
No, I'm sorry. I buy the JoJonium. I'm supporting stuff. Like when Crunchyroll ads would come up and they'd be like, buy Crunchyroll Premium and support the anime industry, I'd just exclaim, no.
Out loud, just no.
Yeah, no. I don't want to support the anime industry. I just want to support JoJo. Fuck the rest of it. No, I'm going to buy Blu-rays when they come out. Cause,
fucking weeb. Even I have them. I only have two. I want to say 2 anime DVDs.
Oh, but the Blu-rays are going to be the only way to get the dubs. I think.
Yeah.
Assuming Toonami takes fucking ages, which it will. Because the Toonami dubs, they're not starting on part 3, which I thought they might be. Like, yeah, they shouldn't start on part 3. But that would also mean... They are starting on part 1. But it's like...
That's probably so that they have time.
That's going to take half a year. No, the part 3 dub is done.
Oh, right. What?
Yeah. And they're just waiting to release it. Whether it's on the Blu-ray or on Toonami, it's coming. Eventually.
They might... Funimation are doing the dub, yeah?
No, Viz?
Viz, huh?
I think. Yeah. Because Warner did the dub for 1 and 2, and they are not. And I don't know. Maybe. I think Viz. It's Viz. Yeah, it was shown on the Viz panel. I'm just going to say Viz.
Okay. Viz don't do a whole lot of dubs.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I think they did One Punch Man.
yeah, they do. They did One Punch Man. They did Naruto. They're doing this.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm hoping that Funimation get part 4, because then we can.
No, because Viz have already announced the part 4 dub.
I mean, part 5. Because then we can get. Because then we might get simul dubs, which are like.
Yeah, I've seen Danganronpa getting them.
Yeah, Funimation do like 2 or 3 weeks behind they released the dub.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I was surprised when I was on my trash site and I saw Danganronpa dub, and I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. That's coming out now, what? But like that doesn't seem especially hard to dub because they already have a full cast because it's just a sequel to the games.
Are the games any good?
I hear they are.
I've heard good things about the anime.
Yeah, they are on the Vita though.
Oh.
I've heard that the adaptation anime is no good, and they are on the Vita. So there you go.
So I won't be playing them anytime soon.
They were PSP games originally. It's just that they only came out in English on the Vita, so you can probably get fan translations. I don't know. But yeah. Back to JoJo. Then we move into the promise of things to come, and Kiria's away, and the fucking his voice actor is unbelievably good. Like, I was already sold because of the fucking dummy thing ages ago. Well, 2 weeks ago, whatever. And I become a little gayer every time he says Killer Queen.
Oh yeah. He says Killer Queen really well.
Yeah. and then this episode he fucking just does the scared citizen thing so perfectly. I wasn't expecting it really at all, and it was great. I think, this episode is a great example of why Kira is the best JoJo villain. I don't know, maybe Part 7's really good, and Part 8 doesn't even have a villain yet, even though it's been running for 4 years.
Is Kira the sort of Dio, the sort of like final boss?
Yeah.
So I take it he's like the villain for the rest of the series?
Yeah, he is. Because he is much better than Dio because he's much more involved than Dio. Yeah, because you will have full episodes dedicated to just Kira and Kira's perspective.
No, because I was thinking like that this arc would probably be done by episode 26, but no. No, this is good because I actually really like Kira. Yeah,
no, the Kira arc is the rest of it, but you have other stand fights in there, and they're all really, really good ones. I shouldn't spoil them, but they're good. One is a car chase, and it is maybe the best fight in the series.
When's that?
I want to say around when the new OP should be coming out.
Which is?
Middle of October.
Oh, okay.
Probably. And
Speaking
and then
of the OP.
What? No, we've still got to cover new face stuff. So, start of the new face arc. Well, no, the new face arc doesn't actually come in, but like the start. Yeah, the start of the new face arc where Kira pulls into Cinderella, brings a hapless salaryman in with him, swaps their faces, and gets away. And then in the final shot, it does show most of the rest of the stand users in that final shot where they're looking out over the thing. I didn't even notice it until someone else pointed it out to me, and it's good. it's gonna be good. The rest of this series is all great. It's just good stand battle, good stand battle, good stand battle. One like that's just okay, but then there's more good ones. I really like this series a lot.
I noticed.
Specifically this bit. Yeah. And we're going to have a whole new OP to go with that, which is being sung by the vocalist I wanted to do Persona 5. So that's great.
Who?
Karen Aoki. Who? I found out about her because she was on some fucking random song on... There was this weird period in the Persona fan base where people were just making albums of like, hey, here's J-pop with English in it. Isn't that just like Persona? And people were like, oh okay. And yeah, she was one of those. And I really liked that song. And I was like, hey, it'd be great if she did Persona 5. And she's not. But she is doing JoJo. And
which is basically the same thing.
Yeah. And it's going to have an official English version.
Oh.
Yeah. Not in the OP itself. Like the version they play in the show will be Japanese. Well, no, they played the EDM version of Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town, so who knows? And maybe they'll still play the acoustic version of Chase. I don't fucking know.
I really like Chase. Like, I really hated it at the start.
Yeah.
Now I really like it.
They kind of put it in 6 episodes too early. It is perfect for where we're at now. I'd say it'll fit next week too, but I don't know how far past that. And I'm wondering about the tone OP3 is going to go for, because that art and the title Great Days make me think it's going to be a little more upbeat, which I can see because it's not quite as... The rest of the series isn't quite as just, hey, we're going to fucking go get Kira. It's like, where the fuck is Kira? I guess we'll do this other shit while we look for him. Like, because from Rohan's adventure right up to now and next week, it's just pretty much all Kira, with the exception of Cinderella. Which even then is still set up for Kira stuff. It does fit that amazingly well. But I think next OP will have a different vibe to it, and it should be good. Hopefully. I mean,
yeah,
it's a JoJo OP. It won't be 3D. Do you think? They could, but it doesn't really fit. It doesn't really fit Part 4. The 3D, the whole
does
3D
the 3D
thing.
fit Part 3 though?
Yeah, it does. 3D fits Parts 1 through 3 perfectly. How can you say that having seen Sonichi no Kyoku? Like, come on. I will not hear a word against that opening. It is the greatest intro to any television show ever made.
I thought you liked Stand Proud more.
Oh no, Stand Proud is the worst one. I had Stand Proud at the bottom. Yeah. Stand Proud is just like, yeah, whatever. It's okay, but it's not as good as the rest of these. Yeah, Chase is second best, I think, because it is.
I think it's
so
third best. I think
because you seem to be going more song based. I'm going more visuals based.
Yeah, I prefer
and combined with I'm looking at the lyrics
based on visuals alone. Yeah, for me it would go. If we were going for visuals, it would go Bloody Stream, Chase, Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town.
And I'm also considering like lyrics and stuff, because Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town's lyrics are basically just like,
I don't know what its lyrics are.
I've looked at it and it's like,
I see. Actually, I have an English version on my phone.
Yeah, but like those are never like lyric accurate, because they've got to actually make it fit the song. And like the lyrics are just stuff's fucked up, maybe. Let's just carry on. And then...
Hold on, I'm looking this up.
And it plays into Chase, because Chase is then like, everything's fucked, we need to fix it. And yeah, that works. And hopefully... OP3 is just like, we totally fixed it, guys, definitely, yeah, woo!
Okay, so I'll read the English version of Crazy Noisy Big Turn. Faceless gazes passing by me, the void in my heart changed with the path I chose. There's no limit to each encounter.
Yeah, this sounds like anime.
Everything so ordinarily bizarre. Ooh yeah. Yeah, this is sounding pretty similar to the thing I have. I'll send it on to you later.
Yeah.
And yet another morning now, reluctantly smiling, Victor still undecided, drawn to a mystery, an unannounced beginning, still hiding, and like random parts of sentences are done by background singers.
Yeah.
The time we have lies flows free as we bicker the day away, dancing the while away in this crazy, noisy, bizarre town.
Ooh, yeah. So,
and then it goes on.
Yeah. I think that is a good enough place to end the first half of this podcast. I'll see you in a week, or like a few seconds.
Yeah, so we're going to take a break and we're going to be back and review... okay,
Adam Hartfather.
Yeah.
Adam
Should we just tell them how we're recording this?
Yeah, we're taking a break.
No, so what we do is... So Reidy had the idea of like record each week and then stitch the two parts together so it's like a decent amount.
Yep. So, strap in for Adam Hartfather. It's a decent arc. Hopefully it's a good episode.
Hello people and welcome back to Trash Talk.
Ireland's #1 bi-weekly JoJo's Bizarre Adventure podcast, hopefully. Oh shit, this isn't the start of the episode, is it? No, we need to remember that, yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
I mean, there had no
after
time,
the break.
No time has passed at all, in the slightest. Definitely not.
Most certainly.
We're recording this right now.
I mean, Reidy's change in voice is merely coincidental.
Yes, why? Well, what's different about it?
You have a cold. It sounds like you have a cold.
Oh, yeah. No, I developed that in the last 20 seconds. It's fine. And just get used to this in everything we do for the next 3 months, because it won't go away.
Irish winter, everyone.
Woo. So do we get the episode discussion out of the way first, and then move on to other stuff?
Yeah, so
That seems like a good idea. Adam Hartfather. Good episode. Not quite as good as the last four.
Yeah, it was a good setup episode.
That's a high bar.
Yeah, it was a good setup episode.
Yeah, and set up for a bunch of cool shit. The first half was setting up a old man in a Polaroid running around throwing an arrow at people, which doesn't get any less ridiculous. Take it from me.
No, but like I can just see this as in this fucking arrow. Like,
yeah.
Like, okay, I like JoJo, obviously, because I wouldn't be doing this. But it's so episodic, like.
Yeah.
And it's like.
Just you wait till part 5.
And like when you told me that Kira was gonna be the main villain, I was like, okay, finally, not episodic. And then your man was like, oh, I'm gonna go around shooting people with the arrow. And I was like,
yeah, all the fights from now on are really good. Okay. Except for one. And there is still, like, contributing to the main plot stuff on Kasaki's side.
Do you consider that fight against Heart Attack Dad to be
Adam Hartfather? It's alright.
Yeah, because
there were a few lines the anime missed. Like, there's one where Okuyasu goes, "That's stupid. Ghosts don't need oxygen." If they did, there would be nothing left for all the living people to breathe. And when Josuke does his dumb one-liner after Jotaro's, "Hey John, hey Josuke, tell him to eat shit," he's like, "Man, I sound like a 10-year-old," which is
maybe that's just the fan translation. I don't know. Yeah, I keep having that moment where I'm like, is this actually them changing things, or is it just the fan translation? Another thing this episode was missing is that in the scene where the landlord shows up to Kasaku, in the manga they actually go down to the safe, and Shinobu just sort of watches him like, "Hey, Kasaku, have you
okay, so I don't really know the names of the new characters that were introduced.
Kasaku is new Kira.
Okay, can we just call him Kira?
Sure. Shinobu is the wife. Hayato is the kid, but that's not going to be important for a while.
There was a kid?
Yeah, there was a kid. He showed up for like a second. He's important later.
I'm already predicting he's the one who's going to expose him.
We'll see.
That's it. You played that off spectacularly, as always.
I mean, I'm not saying it's the cat. But...
Fucking hell, Reidy.
So...
Fuck you and everything you stand for.
We'll get to that line of thinking later. So, yeah, it's a setup for a lot of really good stuff in part 4. Like, all of the Kawajiri stuff is pretty great, I think. There's one scene in that arc I'm a bit worried about seeing animated, because it's a pretty awkward scene. But
what is it?
Well, it's a bath scene. Yeah, I guess there was some.
Yeah, there was naked Kira.
Yeah, naked Kira bot, which is
the best kind of bot.
Yes.
Oh shit! No, we shouldn't have said that. Jim's fanfiction sense will kick in.
And yeah, I'd look through that keyhole and go, nice. That wasn't a very good impression. I can do better.
Yeah,
probably.
Nice, Caesar-chan.
That's nice, very nice, Caesar-chan. or in the dub. Nice, real outstanding work, Caesarino.
Have you rewatched the dub?
No, I haven't watched it once. I've seen clips. I'm saving that for the off season. You know, gotta, because like I'm gonna get to a point where I just run out of new JoJo, and that's gonna happen pretty soon. Like I'm 30 chapters in a Steel Ball Run now. It's closing in.
How fast are you able to read them?
Well, I'm going a volume a day on Steel Ball Run, because the colors aren't finished yet, and I'd like them to be finished before I finish. And then JoJolion is...
Wait, are you watching... Are you reading them in color?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. There's colors are done for everyone but 7, 8, and 5. That's because they had to retranslate 5 before coloring it, because the old translations are terrible, and I happened to read about 70 chapters of it like that, and it was an experience.
Oh yeah, that's the one with the shit translation. Was that the one that was done by some like kid as a part of a school project?
No, that's part 4's translation, which is like... The part 5 ones are actually worse than those. Because the part 4 ones have nonsense dialogue, but like you can follow what's happening. Whereas in part 5 is hard enough to follow anyway. But when you add in like the poorly translated Chinese to English stuff, it's like leading to some real confusion about the there is great debate to this day over how the main enemy stand works. Just threads upon threads of like, guys, I maybe figured it out. And this came out like nearly 20 years ago, so
yeah, like at the moment Fuck, I think Crunchyroll just spoiled one of the Berserk news.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but anyway,
Adam Heartfather, good. Next week's episode is gonna be a real hoot.
But back to what you were saying about reading. I'm currently reading Dragon Ball, like the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Because like I really like Dragon Ball, but I learned my lesson with One Piece. Like, if you're gonna catch up on something, don't do the anime, because One Piece got kind of infamous for like pretty soon, like probably after the first 100 episodes, only doing about one chapter an episode.
JoJo's hitting episode 100 next week.
Yeah, I know. And that really slows everything down.
Yeah,
especially for Dragon Ball.
JoJo's hitting it fast and hard. Like, there have been a few 6-chapter episodes this season.
Yeah, that's why I think the 2011 Hunter x Hunter anime is like objectively the best way to watch it, because it's much faster paced.
Yeah,
everything's done way better, and also your man's artwork is notoriously rough a lot of the time.
And
have you seen some of it?
Stardust Crusaders has the pacing problem. Like, I think anime Stardust Crusaders is horrendously paced. I haven't read them. I haven't read the manga yet. I'm saving that for when I catch up on JoJo, and I'm like, what do now? Oh God. What do now?
Insert Calum gif.
Yeah. And but JoJo's, like, it's monthly now. It was like, it's not shown anymore at this point, JoJo.
Yeah, it's more CN, or however the fuck you pronounce it.
What?
There's shoujo, which is girl shonen. There's shonen, which is like young kids, young boys, and then there's seinen. Seinen, which is like
that's
adults.
What JoJo is now, apparently. I know those two definitions as what JoJo was and what JoJo is.
I want to bring this up now, just because it's about Berserk. The Berserk creator actually said in an interview that he feels Berserk is
shonen?
More shoujo than shonen.
Oh,
and just for example, Sailor Moon is shoujo.
Yeah, shoujo is little girl animes, right?
Well, it's designed as little girl anime.
Yeah. This. I don't know.
But like, it was something about, like, in shonen, logic driving emotion, and in shoujo, emotion driving logic. Or I think it was the other way around.
Huh.
I don't know.
Speaking of shoujo, I finished Stone Ocean nearly a week ago now. It has a very, very strong finish, but the rest of it is kind of and I will say it has the first arc in JoJo where I genuinely spend the entire time going, no, what is happening? Oh, what? And, after 700 chapters, it's kind of saying a lot. And this is JoJo. By JoJo standards, it got weird. And apparently part 8 is all that, and it's gonna be part 8 is the one I've been most excited to read, like, for a while, because, like, it just seems totally off the wall nonsense, and it's somehow connected to part 4 in a way. I don't know. It's alternate universe part 4, but not really. Who knows? Not me.
Yeah.
Where were we? I also started Still Ball, and it's pretty good. People were right.
Wacky races.
Yeah.
Have they caught the pigeon?
What?
Have they caught the pigeon?
What do you mean?
Have you ever seen Wacky Races?
Oh, yeah, but years ago.
Fucking Jesus. So have I, but, like, I still remember Catch the Pigeon.
I got to I'm up to the part where
they should for the Steel Ball Run anime, they should get Christian to star in it, because he does a really good Motley laugh.
Yeah, I got to the reveal of Dio's stand in it just now, and man, that's a weird stand to give him. I'm not going to say what it is, but like for people who know,
Jesus, really? Now you have to tell me. You're like one of those people who are like who post on Facebook where I really had a shit day, then you ask them
don't
talk about it.
Like skip, I don't know, 20 seconds if you're
if
you don't want Steel Ballers, but no,
yeah, it's not even major spoilers. Yeah, it's just some.
It's like a third of the way in. He becomes a dinosaur.
I'm sorry, what?
He becomes a dinosaur.
What?
Steel Baller on Universe Dio becomes a dinosaur.
As in, he physically becomes a dinosaur,
yes.
Not his stand? I thought for a second you meant his stand was a dinosaur.
No, his stand is that he becomes a dinosaur.
That's not how stands work.
I know. Also, Hamon's back.
Fuck. Of course it is.
Yeah.
I care for Hamon only as much as it means it's inspired every other like similar system in anime.
Yeah,
and virtually all of them are done better. Even Dragon Ball's one is done better. Yeah, and like Dragon Ball's one is shit.
Because like Hamon's really terribly defined and like kind of meaningless.
Yeah.
And I hate finding people in YouTube comments who are clearly anime onlys who are like, I miss Hamon.
No, you don't. You don't miss Hamon. Hamon was shit.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Honestly, I'd probably prefer a better version of Hamon.
It is a better version.
2 stands.
Like, it isn't Hamon, it's Spin. And he spins the steel balls, and they do Hamon stuff.
Wait, are steel balls an actual...
It is both the name of the race and the weapon Gyro uses.
I thought this was just like part 2, where battle tendency was just a name and it didn't really mean much.
Well, no, it is the race as well.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah, I got that. That part makes sense.
Yeah.
But I didn't think like a major plot point would be like
it's just
steel balls. So
maybe like it is a major plot point. Who knows?
So like the clackers.
Kind of, but he throws them, and they come back to him.
So like not shaped clackers. The clackers were. Have you seen what's it called, Mother's Basement, JoJo stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, in it he called what's it called, JoJo's clackers iconic.
Yeah. Like Aiden Pierce's cap. Like Aiden Pierce's cap.
Yeah, like they're not. Yeah. Like he uses them twice.
Yeah. I mean,
like Jotaro's hat is more iconic than the clacker.
What do you mean his hat?
Or his hair.
It's his hair. And that kind of doesn't work with how he changes it 3 times, but whatever.
Yeah. Also, have they kind of just forgotten about what's it called, Joseph or Jonathan or Joseph?
What? Where?
Old man Joseph.
Oh, in part 5 and 6?
No, in part 4, because he hasn't been in it for a couple of episodes.
Yeah, he shows up again, if memory serves. At the very least, he shows up in the end montage where it's like, hey, this is how everything went.
Yeah, because he shows up when they kill Shigechi, and they're like, and all the stand users are there.
Basically, all the best parts have montages at the end that are like where they are now. Because part 1 doesn't have that, and part 3 doesn't have that. Neither does 5 or 6. 2 and 4, the real JoJo's, they do. It's like I don't remember much about the montage other than Joseph's thing, because that was the most noticeable, and it has like people like, hey, what if part 9 is that? And, like, how would part 9 be that? That doesn't make any sense. But whatever.
I might, if like. Okay, so by the time part 9 rolls around, you're probably gonna be caught up. Yeah, obviously.
Well, that's gonna be in like 3 years, so yeah. Part 8 doesn't even have a main villain yet.
Oh shit!
It's 50 chapters in.
That it? Oh yeah, because it's monthly now.
Yeah. It's been going on since 2011.
Oh in that case, I'll probably be caught up by that point.
Yeah.
Because I was a lot of stuff. Because like I was gonna because now that I'm almost caught up on the original Dragon Ball, or not caught up but finished.
Yeah.
I was gonna start reading Berserk.
Yeah.
And then I forgot that. Okay, you've seen the fairy, right, Puck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that Puck is eternally naked.
Hmm.
So, and like, I read this stuff in school.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's how it goes. He could get away with that. And it's, speaking of Berserk, that game has a really dumb name.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
What is it? Berserk and the Band
Berserk
of
and the Band of Hawk.
Band of Hawk.
Yeah.
What is it not? Did they? They couldn't even call it. It's Band of the Hawk.
That's great. This is weird because apparently that Attack on Titan game is really, really good.
Yeah,
To the point where like I'm semi-interested in it because it's the same guys. It's the Dynasty Warriors guys in both cases, and like
Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. Okay, yeah. Okay, at least they got the name right. But
okay,
still,
but like
yeah, it's still a shit name.
just replace the and the with a you know, just make it a subtitle because like that's also Berserk season 2.
It's getting better.
I mean, I'm looking forward to more screen caps of that showing up on my Twitter.
You should watch
that I will
Berserk.
then laugh at.
You should watch Berserk.
What, just the new one?
Okay, no. So do you know how eventually I'm gonna get you to watch Cowboy Bebop? Instead, you should watch Berserk.
Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
That bridge being in a couple of weeks.
3 months.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, because we'll need something to fill up in between the to go in between the totally not filmed on different day parts.
Oh no, we're fine.
Because you're Jorge Joestar of the day or whatever.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Oh yeah, sure. Jorge Joestar. They're in.
Explain what this is for us.
Okay, so there's a weird anniversary novel.
What's
light novel.
the actual title?
Jorge Joestar. No, it's a Spanish pronunciation. I'm not. It's like Jorge Joestar.
Jorge Joestar.
Yeah.
Jorge Joestar.
Yeah, that's probably right. And
Jorge Joestar is a light novel written
by not Hirohiko Araki.
Yeah, Araki didn't even write it.
No, Araki ain't got time to write light novels.
Why not? He's doing this monthly now.
I mean, yeah, but they're 60 pages.
Oh,
like,
alright.
Yeah, the Steel Ball Run chapters I'm reading right now.
I don't understand what the point of people doing them monthly is if they're gonna be like the same length as it would be otherwise.
Like Steel Ball Run's art becomes good enough later that it's worth it, I'd say.
Araki's like nearing his 60s.
Yeah, I mean he's been doing JoJo 30 years, and I'm pretty sure he'd been doing manga 5 years before that. So, yeah, he'll be fine. He'll at least go to part 10. I think he'll cap it off there. But that's like 10 years in the future.
Yeah, well, like with the great manga purge happening, he might end it. Unfortunately there's a decent chance that it might end after this.
Oh, do you mean like the whole Naruto and Bleach thing?
No, how like Naruto's gone, Bleach is gone, Kochikame, which is like this thing that's been going on for 40 years.
Yeah, but JoJo already did that 15 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but now like Araki's getting old.
Yeah, but Naruto
And
isn't actually over. Because you do have Naruto Boruto Bull Run going on.
That's shit. That's
I mean, yeah. Yeah, obviously. I mean, it's Naruto.
Before the time skip, Naruto's good.
Yeah, that's the way to get me to appreciate something before the time skip. I mean, actually, JoJo is all time skips, so
Yeah.
but like they're less just hey, here are the characters 5 years later, and more just yeah, this is a different cast in all the cases but one, unless you count Speedwagon and Arena, which I don't really.
Fun fact: Araki has done besides JoJo. He has done. What?
Bow.
Yeah, he's before JoJo. He did 7 manga.
Yeah.
And then while doing JoJo, has done 8.
Yeah. He's got to give me something to work with once I'm caught up. Kevin, you need to understand this. Yeah, I mean, that's he occupies himself, you know. How many games did Kojima make while making Metal Gear? A few. He made, yeah. Well, no, he didn't really make Zone of the Enders. He was producer on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's take it as that and say Araki's assistants have made 8 mangas while he's made JoJo. Yeah, it's good. I like it a lot, this Bizarre Adventure thing. Hopefully it carries on a while. I mean, even if it doesn't, we still got like fucking 20 seasons of anime, because you got you got one season of Part 5, you got one season of Part 6, you got 20 of Steel Ball Run, you got another 90, you got another 15 of JoJo, and it's all good.
So you think they're only gonna do 1 season of Part 5?
Well, yeah, because Part 4 is like a volume longer than both of Part 5 and Part 6. So, yeah, it'll be the same length, I'd say. Give or take a few episodes. Well, no, take a few episodes. And then part Steel Ball Run's going to be a weird one, because we might not even get to that point, because Japan kind of doesn't like Part 6.
Why? What's Part 6?
Part 6 is Jotaro's daughter in prison. And
so Orange is the New Black, JoJo style.
Yeah. And the thing is, it was basically, from what I hear, this was the point where Shonen were like, hey, fucking Araki, could you maybe like wrap this up? Because no one in Japan liked it, partially because everyone in Japan has shit taste, as we all well know. I mean, they voted Yosuke as their favorite Persona character. Like, you can't trust a nation like that.
Yeah, they had some weird, like, picks on fan popularity polls.
Yeah, they think Part 3 is the best JoJo part. And, like,
what?
And apparently like overall people like 3 the most, but the cult fan favorite is 5, which is. Yeah, Japan likes 3 and 5. The West likes 2, 4, and 7, which is, you know.
Yeah, I'm about the same. Well, I don't know anything about 7.
Yeah, 7's cool. I like
2
it.
and 4 are my favorites.
You can read 7 spoiler free, like if you so desire. I've seen people do it. I'm not sure I'd recommend doing it.
What do you mean read it spoiler free? As in just go into it?
Because it's a reboot.
Ah, right. So I can.
Yeah.
How many volumes is it? It's
26.
26. Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, you know, it's pretty good though. You know, it's got Dino Dio. I didn't put the spoiler warning there. Edit that in, Kevin.
We've already. Without context, people probably won't get it.
Are you sure? And it's still going on. JoJo. I've been running in circles these past few minutes.
Yeah.
It's written by Hirohiko Araki. Started in 1987.
Okay, I'm looking at what's it called. I'm trying to find Dino Dio stand, and I ended up on The World. Have you seen the Digimon movie?
No.
Alright, he looks like, The World, or as they say it, The World.
Yeah.
It looks like a Digimon.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really get a good... I think part 3 kind of shits the bed in the last few episodes, animation-wise.
Part 3?
Completely. I think it's... Like, once you get into Dio's world, it just completely shits the bed.
I think the ending was really rushed.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting a bit more, and was kind of just like them kicking the shit out of Dio in town, and then...
Considering how everything else is way too stressed out, they sort of just like, that's...
Yeah, like
that's
this big, like, 48 episode long thing, this huge 40-ish episode build up, and then fucking he's dead in like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah. JoJo isn't Dragon Ball. Actually,
I know.
I might take that back after next week.
I know, but even in the anime where like you don't just... It's a bad idea to fucking build someone up for that long.
Yeah.
And then just fucking kill him off in 2 episodes.
I have that article on why Stardust Dio sucks is always just in the back of my mind. Like, I should write that. And I will eventually. Because Stardust Dio is dog shit. Completely. He's terrible in comparison to Part 1 Dio. Horrendous. I mean, in Part 1, you hate Dio. You see him do bad shit, and it's like, Whereas in Part 3, it's
Dio's
like,
Dio's.
Whereas in Part 3, it's, Holly's sick. Maybe it's Dio's fault.
Yeah, Dio's a fucking bastard. In
He didn't even do it on purpose.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It's... And it's... I think a lot of the stand stuff makes... No, it doesn't actually make Part 3 any cooler. The one... it doesn't actually, no. Because... There's one shot it makes cooler, because they added the stand arrow in one shot in the anime, where it wasn't there in the manga. Because, Araki doesn't plan things at all. Araki accidentally used the stand name twice. Because he forgot he used it the first time.
Which one?
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Which you haven't gotten to.
Did he cover it up some point?
Yeah, they changed it an issue, like a chapter or 2 later, and fixed it in the volume. But it happened.
No, yeah, like Toriyama, kind of famously wasn't planning stuff out. Like, he wrote one chapter and then didn't plan the next one out.
Yeah.
And that's how Cell happened.
Yeah, there are some pretty blatant ones in JoJo too. Like, how did Dio get in the coffin? I mean,
how did he close the coffin?
No, but Erina was in the coffin.
Was she?
That's how she got away.
Is it?
She got in the coffin and just waited. So how did Dio... Was there a second coffin? That's actually the explanation. It said there was a compartment inside the coffin. It's a wild ride. When Araki forgets. It happens. Like Starfinger. Remember Starfinger?
No.
Araki doesn't. It's that ability Jotaro uses one time.
What? I'm looking this up.
See, you don't remember it.
Starfinger. Star.
I only remember it because it's in the terrible fighting game that I hate with every fiber of my being. It's an awful video game.
Starfinger. Meteor Finger Thorn. Starfatum can suddenly add, unfortunately, his middle and index finger to a length of what? To 1 or 2 meters. What? He could just stretch his arms?
It happens once. And I can safely say that now because I'm done with the old universe. And it's... Yeah, no, he uses that once. In all, like... Yeah, there's probably a solid 100 chapters of JoJo, and he uses it once. In one particular situation. That was... Yeah, that was early in the stand period, where Araki hadn't quite figured it out yet. You know? He was still just adding abilities like it was a training arc. But it works. It works. Totally. Definitely. Another case for Araki forgot perhaps is I ended JoJo? Who knew? And here we are. 13 years later. JoJo has been over for 13 years. Totally, guys.
Definitely.
And that seems a good note to end on.
Yeah, so... yeah.
We'll probably have the new OP by the time the next episode goes up.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say that.
That'll be cool.
I'm almost certain the next episode will be the new OP, because there wasn't an OP in this episode.
I'm thinking it's going to be the episode after, just because of the tone. But no, actually, yeah, either works, I think, tonally.
Yeah.
Actually, the next one's quite a few chapters in the one episode.
So
probably not.
Has the third OP leaked?
No.
Oh, right.
Probably won't. And I think there might be another ending, because they didn't add anything to this episode, even though you could have added Aya, you could have added Kosaku. Nothing. So there might be another ending, because I don't think there's that much space to get anyone else in. So that'd be cool. Any ideas of songs they could use? Virtual Insanity. That's a good song. That'd work.
Which one's that?
It's a generic. I'm not going to sing it for you. Look at that.
Sing it for me, Reidy. Sing to me.
Just do Killer Queen. Yeah, done.
Yeah.
Ideal is Another One Bites the Dust, but that's never happening. I mean, if they couldn't get the Cole and Killer Queen, they hardly got the rights to. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you like this, like or
somehow
subscribe or whatever.
I didn't even get to complain about anime onlys.
We can do that next episode.
Good. Yeah. But what if they don't annoy me in the next week? Actually, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'll just look through the YouTube comments on a JoJo video and I'll be fine.
So, also...
I miss him on.
So, also...
Part 4's art style is kind of gay. I miss the manly men JoJo fighting vampires.
I miss Starfinger.
We all do. We all do.
So yeah, if you like, subscribe and like or whatever. If one of you
do what you want it.
Yeah, but if one of you non-existent viewers would be ever so kind as to forward this on to to Super Eye Patch Wolf, that'd be cool. He's another anime YouTuber that I'm gonna badger soon.
Okay.
He'll probably just be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah. I mean, who the fuck gives a crap about anime? It's shitty Chinese cartoons.
And on that note, goodbye.
See you, everyone.
See ya.